Hello, darlings. Mummy here, living life to the absolute max. Nothing's stopping me from cracking open that champagne your father bought for our wedding anniversary. Nothing's stopping me from gorging myself on Fortnum & Mason deluxe prawn crackers. And nothing, or no one, stopping me from wandering around the flat, stark naked, except for fluffy bunny slippers on my feet and a fag at my lips. Of course, Frank hated smoking. But what does that matter now? When in isolation, one can do completely and utterly what one wishes. And on that note, I wish to let you in on a teensy little confession of mine. Now, don't be too mad at me, darlings. I know you loved your father, but the fact of the matter is, he was really starting to get on my tits. And if I chose not to have you swinging on them as infants, I certainly wasn't about to let a fully grown man at them in my twilight years, now was I? The fact is, our marriage has been on the rocks for years. You must have noticed my withering glances from across the chaise longue as your father manhandled the remote, or the tension which perforated the air every time he asked for a tissue, enunciating the S like the pathetic reptile he was. No. Don't pretend you thought we were doing anything more than playing at Happy Families. You're much too intelligent for any of that poppycock. That's why I thought it best to come straight out and tell you the truth. When isolation hit, the thread by which we were strung together snapped quicker than you can catch coronavirus. All he wanted was sex, sex, sex. Probably because he couldn't pay for it elsewhere. When all I wanted was to sit outside in the garden, getting pissed until this whole charade had blown over. Oh, I couldn't stand the thought of him wheezing on top of me, his sweaty hands poking and prodding, anti-bac, causing havoc to the delicate pH balance I'd cultivated below. So you see, darlings, I had to do it. I had no choice, really. Your mother used her prescribed exercise hour to go out and mingle with as many isolation abolitionists as she could find. Fools loitering on street corners. Imbecilic gatherings of more than 2 in the park, until I caught the wretched virus and brought it home to your high-risk 75-year-old father. Just in time to avoid any further marital duties on our pearl wedding anniversary, when I'm sure Frank would have brought new meaning to the term burning passion. Well, darlings, that's how your father died. Or at least, that's what's on the coroner's record, and, well, let's just say no one's checking that too carefully these days. Naturally, I've been left everything, and so long as you keep your pretty mouths closed, I'll make sure to send you your fair share in due course. Now, you really must excuse me. The fever hasn't quite lifted, and nothing helps more than a flute or two of Dom Perignon. Now, please, stay away for another few weeks. Away from your poor, sickly, grieving widow of a mother, while she recovers from this life-saving virus.